All right, for the first part of segment 1 today, we're going to go through character creation for After the Bomb. If you have watched the other videos on character creation, like Heroes Unlimited, what did we do? The Mechanoid Trilogy and Palladium Fantasy, you're going to see a lot of similarities. So many similarities, in fact. Well, there's a major difference. I was going to say you could skip this, but you can't skip this because there's a major difference in this one versus the other ones. There's a whole new section for mutant animals that the other ones don't have.
Obvious things are obvious.
What's that?
Obvious things are obvious.
Yeah, true. RPG Digest is a live stream podcast discussion, not a concise step-by-step tutorial. We may deviate off topic and go on tangents. Also, I want to thank, so there's a podcast out there called Our Big Dumb Mouth, OBDM, who donated some money and said, hey, I like your Palladium stuff. And I say that because our Palladium videos get the lowest views of all of the videos we've ever done. But we've had some, background donators. So thank you to Our Big Dumb Mouth. If you guys want to check that out, you can check out his podcast. And it's more pop culture type stuff. It's not directly gaming, but check that out. And thank you, Our Big Dumb Mouth, for the donation. And we will continue to do Palladium for you. And because it's going to last for the entire year anyway.
Yeah, but not for you.
Wow.
That's harsh, man.
That's going to be fighting words for Heathen Dog.
You're really harsh on my mellow, bro. Stop it.
You can check out our website. Come by our Discord. Although I am playing around with Gilded now has Twitch and YouTube integration, so I'm much happier with it. And I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time on Gilded now than on Discord. Well, no, let me rephrase it. I will still be spending all my time on Discord, but I'm going to focus a bit more on Gilded as well. Of course, you can back us on Locals, and you can buy our merch from Redbubble. I am selling more stuff from TeePublic than Redbubble, and I don't even talk about TeePublic.
The hell is TeePublic? I don't even know what that is.
That's another t-shirt site. But I do have to admit, the shirts that I'm selling are not on the shirt that I'm selling. The design is not on Redbubble because Redbubble kicked it off saying that it was copyright infringement, even though it's not.
Okay.
Jerks. And there's our schedule on Sunday. It's Sunday right now. You can watch RPG Digest live and be in the chat and talk about how Palladium sucks, apparently. Wow. And somebody puts it, oh, yeah, well, your mom sucks. No. But on Sunday, we have RPG Digest, which is this nonsense here. Segment 1 is what we're doing right now, which is talking about games. Segment 2, we get all opinionated, although today, segment 2 is going to be more gaming stuff. On Thursdays, Heathen Dog does not play video games because apparently he hates them all now, and he just has a fake schedule. Friday, we have the chill stream. We'll get to you in a second. Friday, we have the chill stream. And Saturday, he again abandons everybody and doesn't play his video games. So what's going on, Heathen Dog? Why aren't you playing video games? And remember, this is going on the video side of things.
Okay, well, Garthon's been gone for the last 3 weeks. So we're one down. That's fine. We can still do stuff with one person down. And then last Thursday, Mar Hawkman had family stuff and Sheris had a brain cloud or whatever happens to him on the, when his brain gets broken. So it'll be just me. And I didn't have anything ready for just me. And then Saturday, I hurt myself because I'm stupid. And
clip
so
that.
I couldn't sit down for more than 10, 15 minutes at a time because of my back. So I couldn't play. Sheris ended up playing on his channel, which was nice. But yeah, it sucked. Now, I'm thinking about making up for it by doing a stream either tonight or tomorrow night. It may just be me. Maybe me and Sheris, maybe me, Sheris, and Mar Hawkman. I don't know. I haven't really talked to them about it, so I can't promise, but either tonight or tomorrow night, I'm gonna stream something.
I need you to tell me if my audio goes weird again, because
Okay.
I opened up the thing that I think is the culprit, but I need it open. Because I need it open.
Oh, okay.
Because it's going to help me determine exactly how I'm going through this process today. All right, I have the book up in front of me. I've got it full screened. I said I've got it full screened. And now I shall share. And we're going to talk about how to make an animal. Why would you want to make an animal? Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm much more intimidated by a grizzly bear trying to chew, a bipedal grizzly bear trying to chew up my throat than I am with some asshole wearing spandex and his underwear on the outside. Just saying.
Until he shoots you with his laser beam eyes.
Until I turn around and use my turtle shell and deflect it. All right. We're restarting. Oh, that's right. We're going to start directly with character creation. Did I skip a part?
PDF page 12.
Nope. I'm going to do that in segment 2. Okay. Oh, creation of a mutant animal. There we go. Look at that. Dr. Wolfenstein or whatever the hell his name is right there. Yep. Okay, so this is typical. Here we go again. Are we ready for stuff that we've covered multiple times before? But you know what? Maybe you haven't heard it before. So let's figure this out. The first step in creating any character using the Palladium game system is to roll up the eight, I can tell you, attributes. IQ, ME, MA, PS. Okay, forget that. Intelligence, mental endurance, mental affinity, physical strength, physical prowess, physical endurance, physical beauty, and speed, because there's always one weirdo that just can't follow the trend. These attributes represent your character's natural, mental, and physical abilities. Physical attributes can be improved through the selection of various skills. Various physical skills, such as boxing and bodybuilding. What I was thinking there is, we always have to say it. He might even say it here in just a second, is no matter what you roll up, you can fix yourself.
Yes. Especially physical skills. Physical skills are easily augmented. I'm sorry, not physical, but physical attributes are easily augmented with physical skills.
Yes.
Very, very easy to get. You can blow secondary skills on them, and they have no percentages. They just give you flat out bonuses to your stats. Now, also, when you look at this, it says you have to roll up the 8 attributes. It doesn't say you have to roll them in order. There is nothing in here that says you have to go top to bottom. Nothing.
And even if it did, I would say you don't have to put them in order.
Yeah, but just want to make that completely clear. Does not say top to bottom. So that means by the rules as written, you can move the stats around. The reason being is because you don't know what stat bonuses you get for your mutant animal until you choose your mutant animal, which is after this, which means that this is all 3d6. Basically,
and
all
stick to 3d6. Don't start changing
do not
stuff.
Do the other stuff. Oh, 4d6, drop the lowest one. 3d6 plus 2, 2d6 plus 6. I've heard them all. They're all dumb. Stop it. You don't need to. Unnecessary.
And the main reason you don't need to is because if you roll a 16, 17, or 18 for an attribute, you get to roll another d6. You know what I'm not seeing in here?
No, it says that too.
What's that?
If you roll a 6 on that, you get to roll again.
It does. After you get to roll additional 6. There is add. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can do it twice in this one. So this one has been riftified.
It has been riftified, yes. If you roll a 16, 17, or 18 on your initial 3d6, you get another d6 to add to that. If you get another 6 on that fourth 6, you get to roll another 6-sided. Now, if you roll a 6 on this one, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're done.
You're done, but you get to add those extra 2d6 in there. And that's really amazing. That can really, really bring up a stat really, really high. And you may want to move that around depending on what kind of character you want to make.
I want to make a bruiser, but my intelligence is 30. This sucks.
Yeah, bring that down. Bring that down over to strength.
There you go. All right, so to describe them real quickly, intelligence is how smart you are. Mental endurance is how much stress you can mental stress you can take.
Yep.
Mental affinity is your charm and charisma. Are you a leader? Are you not a leader? Physical strength is this guy right here.
Like people like you. It's more like, do people like you?
Well, it says considered a natural leader.
Yeah. If people like you, they'll want to follow you, but you don't have to be a leader if you have a high MA. You just, you're very charismatic and you can talk people into stuff.
So, includes your trust and intimidation. This is your strong guy right here. That's obviously what strength is for. Now, brute strength. Any character with a physical strength of 17 or greater is considered to have brute strength, because let's change terms from the other games.
Exactly. Well, we don't want extraordinary strength. We want brute strength.
And can carry 20 times the physical strength, as well as lift 50 times the physical strength.
The normal is what, 10 and 20?
Yes. Oh, no, 10. I think it's 1025, isn't it?
10-25? That could be fair. I don't
Okay, fine. I will look it
Basic
up.
strength. Here we go. Oh, no, it's
Well, that's
beastly
beastly.
strength. Oh,
Oh,
beastly
here it is.
strength.
Carried times 30. Oh, it's 10 and 30. Okay.
10 and 30. Okay. Now you got 20 and 50. Okay. So what's beastly strength?
Beastly strength. Only available only to characters with beastly physical strength. Oh. Okay, thanks. Characters with extraordinary physical strength can carry forgot to
we got a cut and paste problem here.
Can carry 100 times and lift 200 times. Maximum is 50.
And we'll get beastly strength.
Yeah,
and
we'll
now
get to
there's
that.
crushing strength. Come on, man. Just use the same terms.
Okay, crushing strength.
Superhuman, supernatural. You already had them. You had them. What? Why? Why?
Well, somebody with crushing physical strength can carry 300 times and can lift 500 times strength. So there we go. And by the way, so in case anybody, the reason we're talking about that for you don't know, if you play the other Palladium games, this is going to be called
Palladium game.
Yeah, any other Palladium game. This is going to be called extraordinary strength, not beastly strength, and this is going to be called supernatural strength, not crushing strength. That's why we're saying that. So, all right. So then you have your physical prowess, which is your dexterity and the agility of the character. Your physical endurance, which tells how many hit points you have and how easily you are to basically kill and to deal with you have saving throws versus toxin and death and was a coma and whatever else.
Yeah, if you go to 0 to negative up to your PE, you're in a coma. Past that, you're just dead.
Blames Lotus Notes.
You may not wake up from the coma. You could still die. So, the higher your PE, the higher percentage chance you have of waking up from a coma with proper treatment.
And where mental affinity is your ability to charm to trust and intimidate. Physical beauty is your ability to charm and impress. So you know what? Because cute people,
female privilege, right here.
There you go, female privilege. We should change it. It's no longer PB. It's now FP.
There you go.
FP, and speed is how fast you can move, and that will matter when you start, declaring your actions and trying to figure out how far you can move per action in a 15-second round.
Yep.
Now, attributes beyond 30. Mental endurance, intelligence quotient, mental affinity, and physical beauty are normally maxed out at 30 for mortals. Now that's pretty dang high.
Yeah.
Bonuses do not increase should the character have a number higher than 30. So if you get a 32 somehow, you're at 30. The only exception might be a god and aliens, which are clearly not normal humans. So why is it in this game?
I'm sure it's for bad guys, or if you want to throw in a visiting alien, the game master's allowed to have these stats above 30.
Fair. Okay. I recant my statement. This will be extremely rare, but not impossible. Use your discretion. It means use the GM's discretion.
Yeah, it's GM, not you as the player, the game master's discretion. So calm down.
Physical strength. Some characters will acquire a physical strength attribute beyond the limits of the bonus chart, which, as you can see here, ends at 30. I can leave it there, actually. Occasionally, even normal, albeit exceptional, humans can also exceed a physical strength of 30, usually from lucky die rolls and taking those physical skills we talked about. In these cases, the damage bonus for physical strength beyond 30 just continues down the chart. I think we can all understand that, right?
+1. One more.
See super abilities, extraordinary physical strength, superhuman strength, and supernatural strength for abilities that transcend the boundaries of ordinary humans. We will talk about that later in this segment. And we got a comment on Twitch there. I'm glad you guys are doing this. I played Palladium on Discord for years, but haven't done anything this year so far. I don't play online games, but thank you very much for the comment. I'd like to get a little love on the Palladium side because, as I said beforehand, these are our least watched videos of all the games we've covered. So, thank you for that. Now, superhuman characters have no limits on physical strength and can do amazing amounts of damage with bare hands and claws and prehensile tails and whatever else they've got. So physical prowess. The bonus strike, parry, and dodge stops at 30. Okay, note that. Bonus to strike, parry, and dodge stops at 30. But for every 4 beyond 30, the character gets a bonus to, what's our favorite attribute? Or
initiative.
Initiative. Thus add +1.
That seems harsh, right? 4. So I don't get another one until 34. I get a +1 at 34, a +2 at 38. Yes. That's how important initiative actually is in combat.
And
if you got more than that, you would upset the entire combat balance of the game.
And I will tell you, and after the bomb, it is not easy to get up to 30 anyway. There are ways to do it. So this is some exceptional stuff. Physical endurance. The bonus to save versus poison and magic stops at 30. Again, everything seems to stop at 30.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember this. I don't remember this being spelled out before.
You know what? I honestly don't remember. I know you're way more versed in Palladium as a whole, but I don't remember as far as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go if it was. I really don't. But
I don't remember it in Palladium Fantasy, but I understand why it wasn't in Heroes Unlimited because, they're superhuman.
Superheroes, yep.
Yeah, I get it. But I don't remember it being in Palladium Fantasy.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't remember. I didn't do any comparisons between this and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before the series. So, but anyway, but the percentage to save versus coma continues at an increment of 1 point per each. Each 1 point. I cannot talk. Continues at an increment of 1 point per each additional point beyond 30%. It's because I kept seeing point and point and was getting confused. So if you got like a 31, as it says here, you have a 31% chance to save versus coma. 32 is 32. So, and speed indicates here. Here's your speed chart.
There it is. That's all speed does. It doesn't give you anything else. It's just your raw ability to move quick.
Yes. If I remember correctly, in the old game, it gave you additional attacks. That has been removed from what I can tell here.
That's been removed from all Palladium second edition stuff.
Yep. All right, so step 2, animal type. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. This is now something that's different than the other Palladium games. You could definitely compare this to Heroes Unlimited, where you say, well, this is where you pick your power category. Right, but we're specifically talking about animal types now. And there are 2 ways to do this. Well, 2 ways and then 2 ways on top of that. The first way is choose, which I think is lame. And the other way is to roll, which is much more interesting. On top of that, you roll here, and we'll roll in a second. Do you want to roll or you want me to roll?
Oh, let me see if I got a 10-sided handy.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
Well, he's looking for that.
I have everything else but a 10-sided. Shit.
Okay, well, I have 2 10-siders right here because I'm awesome.
No, I want to roll.
From the distance there. All right. So while he's getting that, we'll look at the other way. So this talks about animal types. All of this, part 1 here, is in the book that we're looking at right now. However, if you go alternate step 2, this is including all of the expansions, Roadhogs, Mutant Down Under, Mutants of the Yucatan that we talked about in the special members only thing that we looked at last week. So if you have those books and want to incorporate some of those animals, especially the Mutant Down Under ones, this is how you do it. Use alternative. I will tell you that for character creation next week, I rolled on this chart up here because the way we do these series is, we do it by the book. And this is the book. All right, go ahead and roll your percentile dice.
Okay, now what am I rolling? Character type or just...
Animal character type.
Okay. 48.
48? You're a rural animal.
Oh, I'm going to be a cow. I know it.
Okay, well, let's find out. Go ahead and roll.
All right, rural animal. 39.
39? You're a dog.
A dog. That's better. It's
better than what I rolled up for character creation next week. I rolled a pigeon. So you're going to see me make a pigeon next week. Yay. Actually, to be fair, I want to say here, the first roll was this one. I rolled a mutant human. And I said no. I was like, oh, look, even the rules say.
An animal is desired. It allows you to roll again.
Yes. And I was like, yes, I'm taking that option because this is after the bomb. We're talking about mutant animals. We are not going to have a mutant human.
Plus, you didn't want to be the good guy. So there you go.
So I didn't want to be. No, this is still a human mutant. You're a floating bag of weirdness.
Floating bag of weird.
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen the picture of a mutant human? Oh, you're going to see that today.
Oh, God.
All right. So anyway, that's how you roll up your animal. And it's that simple. Why should you roll instead of pick? Well, there's 2 reasons. One is, honestly, it's just more interesting. You could come up with a bird and you can make it fly. You can come up with an animal that can dig. You can come up with an animal with the armor on it. You can come up with a ferret and have all your high physical prowess. You don't know. The other reason is you don't have the team building that came with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so you're not stuck to anything. Just roll, have fun. You can get this grizzly bear right here. I look at the size of a grizzly bear and think if you want that to be bipedal, probably have to shrink it a little bit. But if you want that to be bipedal and able to have a shotgun. So not only can it go kablam in your face with a shotgun, it's got claw, claw, bite. It can still roar in your mouth with all its bad breath and a salmon. Now here's going to be something that we're going to talk about in segment.
This is my favorite right here. Chimeras. Absolutely the only thing I would ever play are Chimera and purebreds. Absolutely the only thing.
Why do you hurt me? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in that. No, I didn't. Okay, so that's about purebred. This is new to After the Bomb, and most people already know this, but just for the sake of argument, in case you don't, I have not played this iteration of After the Bomb. I've always played the old version of it. This is something new to this version of After the Bomb. About purebred mutant animals. Whatever you are comes directly from your parents. You are one of a new species, and you can expect to find others like you. Unless the mutant animal has a herd or pack instinct, tribes of purebreds are rare. For example, the only purebreds among mutant cats are the pixie bobs, who have a very non-cat, dog-like disposition, and Egyptian throwbacks who come about more by accident than design. And what I've got running through my head right now, I'm thinking that I'm reading this, is we are going to cover 1, 2, 3 purebreds, 2 throwbacks, and 2 chimeras plus mutant humans in segment 2 today. Okay. We're going to look them over. And one of them is not the pixie bob. Oh no, we're going to go worse than that. On the other hand, some of the more social mutant animals have created exclusive communities and often carefully control their gene pool by restricting who is allowed to join. The weird thing for me is that this paragraph is needed. And this paragraph is needed because of the jokes that I've been getting the last week or so about furry nonsense. Stop it. You are not going to see a cat and a dog holding hands in hands and kissing in the woods. That's just gross, and I don't even want to mention things like that again. Pigs, or mutant swine, have the largest number of purebred communities. Oh yes, we will be covering one of them today. Oh yes. Mostly because they have a natural tendency to create tribes and villages and prefer hanging out with those who are more or less like family. Most non-pig visitors to, say, a Chestertown would be welcome, since they could not threaten the social order. You know what? I'm not reading anymore of that.
Aw.
Okay, fine. Mutant
No,
swine.
no. Okay. No. Switch to chimeras. It's fine.
Purebred chimeras. By the way, they're all considered purebreds are chimeras and throwbacks. There are also some generic purebreds as well. Okay. Chimeras. Well, most of the mutant animals after the bomb contain a mixture of genes, a mix of the root animal with human genetics. Chimeras have even more mixing. For example, spider goats were originally created back in the 1990s by splicing spider genes into goat embryos. Look it up, it's real. Before the crash, there were thousands of experiments that involved mixing genes from different sources, but only a few such chimeras were successful enough to find others of their own kind to interbreed and to have offspring. Again, I don't know why this has to be said, except for I do know why it has to be said because I read Twitter.
So you really can have flying pigs in this game.
Did you look forward?
Nope.
I will be covering the flying pig in segment 2.
Outstanding.
Either deliberately, through genetic engineering, or by some strange quirk of mutation, throwbacks resembling extinct animals and humanoids have appeared in the world of After the Bomb. Thank you, Transdimensional TMNT, which is a real book from the original version. While most of the throwbacks are unique, such as dinosaurs, a few have managed to find sufficient numbers of their own kind to produce offspring, multiply, and even establish clans, tribes, and communities. This entire thing is brand new to this version of After the Bomb. In my game, it will not be used. Now, let's move up. To be fair, you know what? If people want to use it and people like it, there's your spider goat, a couple of dogs, a couple of chickens. We're going to cover the Allosaurus later. That's right. The Jersey Giant and the Rhode Island Red are purebred chickens you can be if just being a chicken isn't good enough for you.
No, I'll be a special chicken. And
we're going to cover the Angus. Heathen Dog. I already talked to Heathen Dog about that one. It's got something neat in segment 2. I did not. Really what's that?
It's really tasty.
It's really tasty. I did not roll a passenger pigeon. I'm sorry. I just got regular pigeon. But anyway, you can see the different the different chimera purebreds that are there. And here we go. These are just the other animals from the other. So let's move on. Oh, background, education, and skills. And I want to say a little piece about this beforehand. If there's one thing that the original Afterbomb was missing, it was an effective or a meaningful education system.
Okay.
Like if you played Roadhogs, you pretty much were one of three classes. You were either a driver, a mechanic, or a driver mechanic. Like that was pretty much it. I know somebody's going to say you could be a survival. No, you were pretty much a driver mechanic or a driver mechanic. This version of After the Bomb does a much better job when you roll the background. So Heath, go ahead and roll your background and let's see what you get.
All right. 93.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's probably something really good. Well, here, while we get there, I'll just read off the titles for these so you can kind of see what's up. Feral background. Raise the Frontier.
Born
on the Frontier. Okay, never mind. Villagers and Townies, so a little bit more cultured. Border area character. And Elite Militia, which is what I ended up rolling up for the pigeon.
Nice.
Well, he's a mechanic. So select from armor, mechanic, or weaponsmith. Hey, thanks. Guerrilla warrior. Raised by bandits. Now we're getting to weird stuff. And what did Heathen Dog get? Oh, no, you got higher. No, freed slave, so you weren't a slave.
Nope.
And one of the academic underground. Oh, look at that. You get the skills.
I'm better than you are. Na, 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 na,
yes, better than the character I made there. But before we look at that one, we'll just look up here. You can see apprenticeships are kind of like your, what do they call them?
OCCs?
No. The other thing, the skill programs. They're like skill programs.
Okay, all right.
Primary skills, 2 military, 4 physical. This is for freed slave. Yep. Special bonuses. So just for being that, plus 10 bio points.
That's pretty good.
Yes, and we will talk about those later. This is how you create your mutant animal. Freed slave is not a bad thing to be. And equipment, you got your clothes. Deal with it.
Yeah.
And so each one of these things has these facts to it, except for the one Heathen Dog rolled. Particularly bright youngsters are adopted into special secret university.
Ooh.
This is not a college campus, but the remnants of the pre-crash universities held together by a desire to preserve the greatness of the past by continuing to study, teach, and research. Humans, including ancient humans who still survive and contribute, are very much a part of this academic underground, and characters will be comfortable around humans as around mutant animals.
Well, I'm already a dog, so that makes sense.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. I would remove that from my personal game, but as far as this goes, because I do make the humans the evil guys in this game. Well,
no,
maybe not the Heathen Dog, but I make them very coalition-esque. Anywho, apprenticeship. Select anyone from artisan, electrician, farrier, mechanic, or healer. What do you want?
I'm a dog healer, I guess.
Okay, we'll get to that. So just remember that when it comes to your turn. Notice you don't get any of the other things here, like some of these other ones get.
I don't even get any money or anything.
You get relatives and connections.
Oh, good.
Part of a secret network of scientists and academics who continue the work of studying, experimenting, publishing, and generally pushing back the dark forces of ignorance. See, you're a dog that licks faces and teaches humans you can like mutant animals.
Everything's fine.
All right, so equipment and money. You get money. You get Cardanian bucks. Yes, they're called bucks. And 1 buck is 4 bits. So you have bucks and quarters in this game. Gross. Shave that. Matter of fact, you know what? All of you shave that. This is showing the mutation process.
Yeah.
Step 4, building mutants with bio-E points. What did I want to say about this? Because I thought I wanted to skip this section. Oh, okay. We are going to talk about this section. We're skipping the animal portion of it. This is the part I'm pretty much going to read word for word until, we obviously get it, because this is the one thing that makes I was going to say Mutant Year Zero. Oh my God. After the Bomb, different than the other Palladium games. We did cover this a little bit.
We had a little bit of it in Heroes Unlimited, but we glossed over it because it shouldn't be in that game.
Oh, have you
It
been
does
reading
belong in this.
to see if there's anything to cover before we get into this? Because this is going to be kind of a standalone.
What do you mean?
I haven't been looking at chat because I've been reading.
Oh, it's
Anything
fine. No, they're talking about the dog.
Okay.
Does this mean I'm an SJW? No. No, it doesn't.
Well, I don't know. It's indoctrination, right? College.
Well, it's an underground university. It's double secret probation university, so I'm probably okay.
Nice. All right. So biological energy points. These are the points that you spend to turn your animal into something humanoid. How far you go with this is determined by the points and what you want to do. In the second segment, I think it is, maybe it's here, but I think it's in the second segment. I'm going to teach you a couple of tricks that I use for this. But again, your mileage may vary. Characters created from animals go through some kind of biological transformation. In the fantasy world of comic books, and to a lesser degree, science fiction in general, that often means a change into something intelligent and more human in shape. Of course, that kind of thing just does not happen in the real world. Are we good?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Real mutation almost always results in death or disfigurement, but in fantasy, the effects are usually good, or at least interesting and dramatic.
Yeah.
I mean, the Incredible Hulk.
Right. I mean, Banner got to be Incredible Hulk. I would get cancer.
Could you go like deep levels of mutation, just like Gills? You could, but I don't allow that in my game. We'll talk about that later. So, oh my God, get punched in the gills. Measuring biological energy. In order to balance out the biological changes to animal characters, we have invented BioE points. Each kind of animal has a particular amount of bioenergy that reflects exactly how much it can change. I will not sit here and tell you that this is balanced. In fact, one of the things I'm going to talk about in segment 2 is the game itself says you cannot balance this exactly. And I think they're right. Too many animals, too many options, too many considerations, but it is a very good starting point, and you will make interesting characters from this. Okay. Reflects how much you get. BioE does not directly reflect the size or power of the animal, although there is an indirect correlation. In fact, it's just the opposite. The more powerful the original animal, the fewer points of bioenergy it has. And that's just, if you're making a mouse that's this big, how do you how do you have that compared to a bear? Well, the way this game does it is, well, if you want bio points as the bear, you're going to want to shrink that thing down. The mouse gets a lot of bio points in order to increase in size to be something effective.
Right.
Again, it's a game mechanic in order for you to be able to play these characters. The reason for this are simple. Someone rolling, I guess it's, okay, well, there's my example. Someone rolling up a bear would be at an immediate great physical advantage compared to someone rolling, okay, I seriously did not read that.
Come on.
I did not read that. However,
right.
to equalize things, the bear has less bioenergy than the mouse. After, I just explained all this.
Yeah, you can move on.
The mouse.
You exactly explained that, and I'm still not buying it. So go ahead.
Fair enough. No, players should spend all bioenergy. Okay. There are things you can do with it that will make you end up spending it all. But you need to spend it all. You don't get to save it for later. That mutagen that hit the turtles didn't hold on and say, hold up a second, let me wait a couple of levels, and then let me goo you some more. No. Good at that point. Growth level steps. Probably the most important thing you are going to do with your character. And this is one of the tricks. Always go size level 6. That's not true. It's not always, but base it off a size level 6. And you can see right on this chart why, right?
No bonuses, no minuses.
It's a baseline.
Yeah, but you get the 25 BioE points and 30 SDC off the bat.
Well, don't. This is a bad column. This BioE column is bad. It's going to throw you off. And it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Yep.
What?
Ignore this column.
Why?
Because it's not right. Because you just said it gives you 25 bio points. No, it costs 25 bio points to go from 1 to 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if your character's already at 5, it's going to cost you 5 bio points to go. It's 5 bio points per level.
Okay, gotcha.
I really wish this wasn't here because it's not needed. All you have to say is 5 bio points per level. Change. There's going to be another thing later in this book that is going to confuse people because it's a negative when it writes it as a positive. Anyway, that's what I do. I will baseline my character at 6, and then if I want to be bigger, I'm bigger. And you can see you get bonuses for being bigger. Look at this, though. If you decide you want to be size level 1, look what happens to your IQ.
Your brain is small.
Yep. I mean, the physical strength, but a lot of games wouldn't do something like that.
That's true.
I mean, the strength part is obvious, but this, so here you go. You can see this. So again, if your character starts at a 5 and you want to make it an 8, that'd be 3 steps higher. That's 15 points of bioenergy that you've spent on the character. And you'd be like, well, how much do I have as a character? It depends on your animal. We're going to cover that in segment 2. So let's continue on with this. Animals undergoing the transmutation into intelligence will probably change in size as well. The very smallest animals, like a mouse or a turtle, will either have to grow or suffer severe mental penalties due to small size. Okay, it's almost like I read this and I didn't.
Size 1, yeah, mouse. And Marhockman, yeah, actual size 1 is a mouse.
Yep.
Or a turtle.
So, gonna go on here now. Your character is also going to have a size. Do they call it size? A frame. I think it's called frame. I'll look at it. We'll find it later. But you're either gonna be short, medium, or long. For example, a weasel is long. So if you're size 6, you roll 40 plus 66 pounds. How big are you, Heathen Dog? Even though we haven't done your size stuff because that'll be later.
I'm just gonna do this.
Let's just say 6 for now.
No, let's see. Let's just 7. 13 and 17. So that's 57 pounds.
So 57 pounds. At size level 6, you're 57 pounds. I think a dog is medium, if I remember correctly. So go ahead and roll 48 plus 1d6.
5. So it's 53.
53 inches tall. So what is that? 4 foot 5?
No, that's 5'3".
Oh, 5. No, 5 foot is 60 inches.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah.
4 foot 5.
4'5". Okay.
So
still, I'm taller than your wife.
I'm gonna get punched for that. Probably because I laughed. All right. So overweight characters, if you want to do that, you can. Non-bipedal characters, your character cannot stand upright non-bipedal, which is a choice you can make. We'll talk about that later. And the height becomes the length of the character. I mean, again, some of these things I don't think are necessary, but when you meet other gamers, you start to realize, oh, that's why that rule was put in there. To clarify, it said I'm 5 foot at the shoulder. That's how you measure all animals at the shoulder. Okay, idiot.
No, that's if you're non-bipedal, and number one, that's height, but you're now measured by length. It's a different thing. So you shut your hole.
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan says size level 6 is great for a lot of animals and backgrounds. Yes. All right, we did the height and weight. We don't need to worry about that. That's just figuring out your animal size. So giant animal characters. For players who dream of playing big, hulking brutes of a mutant animal, here's a way to acquire disadvantages. This is new to this game. Was not in the previous. There are now disadvantages you can take. And I considered that with my pigeon until I realized it was a pigeon. That you can do. And, well, we'll read these and then we'll talk about some other ones. So you can sell IQ or ME attribute points because, you know, you're trying to play that trope with a big, dumb brute, right? You can play big and dumb or really big and dumb. Not both. So if you're big and dumb, -3 to IQ, -2 to ME, and get a total of 5 bio points. Not worth it. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Maybe it is to you. But really big and dumb, -6 IQ, -4 ME for 10 bio points. I will say, I don't think
this seems like a very situational type thing.
You rolled really well, first of all.
If you are literally missing 5 or 10 bio points at the end to make the vision of your character the way you want it to be perfection, this might be the way to go. But as a blanket way to get 5 or 10 bio points, this seems like a dumb thing to do.
Unless you roll really well. You guys saw I know Heathen Dog did. You saw my pigeon rolls. They're just as average as your Heroes Unlimited roll.
Yeah, my Heroes Unlimited and the Ranger had really good female privilege, but other than that, he was pretty average.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to lose 3 IQ from my character. So, and I definitely don't want to lose the ME. That could save my life right there. So, anywho, now you can sell physical prowess and speed attribute points. Now, this might be a little more viable for you. -3 physical prowess, and everybody's in chat is like, what? Hell no, never.
No. Hang on. Listen to him. He's heading towards something.
-3 speed to get 5. Or -6 and 6, okay? But here's the thing. You're playing a big dumb brute. You're not supposed to dodge stuff anyway, right?
Yeah, plus these are physical skill sell-offs. You can easily make that back with these are physical attribute sell-offs. You can easily make that back with skills. You can get more back from the running skill than you lose for taking big and slow in both physical prowess and speed. Just the running skill gives you 1 or 2 PP and 4d6.
It was a 44, I thought. 44, 46?
44 or 46 speed. Either way, you're getting back more than you lost.
Yep.
For the speed, and you're only losing 1 physical prowess for 5 BioE points. For the cost of 1 skill, that's worth it. That's completely worth it.
But you know which one most people would do?
Which one? Why would they do that?
All right.
Physical skills are so easy to raise. Mental skills so hard.
Yep. Now remember, you can only check choose one.
You can't get them both?
Well, I'm sorry, one of each. You can choose
okay.
You can choose this or
big
this.
And dumb, or really big and dumb, or really big and slow. I can choose them both.
Yes.
Wow.
You can choose big and dumb and big and slow, or really big and slow, but you can't choose both within one.
Oh, right. I get it. Yeah.
So attributes can only be sold for BioE when the animal is at growth level 15 or larger to begin with. Because what you'll find out is a lot of those, especially the dinosaurs and transdimensional TMNT, which get like 22, they start with 0 bio points. You're like, how do I turn this into something if I have no bio points? Well, you have to shrink. There are other things that you can do as well, and apparently the book doesn't talk about them here, which I guess I'll have to talk about later. But there are other things you can take disadvantages effectively for your character, like wings that don't work, or you'll see some other ones. Oh, one of them I was considering for the pigeon was having the eyes on the side of my head. So I mean, I always have to look at everything like that. But it had a negative. I forget what the negative connotations were. It gave you. Was it +1 to dodge, but -2 to your physical prowess or something like that? We'll look at it later. Anyway, but they have these different disadvantages you can take as well, which is new to this game, was not in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So what are these things that you're spending your BioE points on? Well, if you're an animal and you're a dog, because Heathen Dog rolled up a dog, he's got paws. Paws aren't good for grasping anything. You know, one of the reasons that humans are the way we are is because we got this opposable thumb thing, right? So don't you think that if you're going to be a sentient dog, you're going to kind of want to have an opposable thumb?
Love to.
Okay. Well, guess what? To have an opposable thumb is going to cost you 10 bio points.
Oh, what about the partial?
Well, let's look at what these all are. Hands. This is a natural paw. So if you have none, if you stick with none, spend no points, natural paw. The character cannot pick up, grab, hold, or use tools, weapons, or objects. Many skills are impossible without hands. Hint. And I have literally seen a player sit there and say, I want none, and then blame me as the game master for making it so that he couldn't use tools. Okay. Partial. The paw develops fingers and a non-opposable thumb. So you're grasping like that.
Got it.
Manual dexterity is now rough, but capable of grasping objects, you're a raccoon, and using simple weapons and tools. All physical skills except prowl, running, and swimming are at -20% proficiency. Melee weapons, swords and such, are used at -4 to strike because you're holding it. I can't do it because I have an opposable thumb.
You're not holding it like this. You're holding it like this.
Yes.
So you have no leverage on this side. You have nothing really. Without the thumb on this side, you really can't hold it steady.
Yep. It's -4 to strike and -6 to parry. And skills that require precision manual dexterity, like mechanics, pockets, locks, surgery, etc., are -10%. It's really not a lot, but hey, you know what? You still have hands, and we all know that raccoons can get into everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, for full hands, a hand with a fully opposable thumb, perfectly functional for all kinds of tools and weapon manipulation. Basically, it's a hand. Okay, it's a hand. Now you can probably ask, well, can I have claws? Do I have fingernails? We'll get to that later. Right now, it's a hand. It's like this. It can grasp. Next one. And this is the annoying one. This is the one that some game masters are silly, and they'll be like, you know what? This isn't all that important. If you want partial speech, go for it. And then the character's really annoying at the table. So all mutated animal player characters understand human speech. I mean, he already knows his dog tricks, so.
Yep.
None. The character has no vocal cords capable of speech. The character must, italics, purchase the telepathic transmission ability. Listen to the psionics section. So why not just pay for freaking speech? But I want psionics. All right, fine.
Well, it depends. Is telepathic transmission 5 points or 10?
That's
if it's
a good
5
question.
points, then that's actually better than getting full speech. If it's 10, it's the same thing. So
I thought it was 10, but don't quote me. We'll find out when we get there. In Sonic section, or have full hands and the ability to use sign language. Of course, that means somebody's going to have to be able to understand sign language.
Yes.
And watch you while you're signing.
Or you carry a whiteboard around with a marker attached to it with a piece of string. You just
and minus 20% if you don't have a thumb because you're trying to scribble like a... Kidding. So partial vocal cords are rough equivalent to a parrot or a poor speech synthesizer. Don't do this to your game master. While everything said can be understood by friends, strangers may have difficulty.
This is like Scooby-Doo's talk, right?
Well, I always equate it to the voice modulator for the people.
No, this is Scooby-Doo nonsense here. Like Shaggy understands them every time, but it took me a while to actually of watching Scooby-Doo to actually understand what that little bastard was saying.
How about Donald Duck? Because nobody understands Donald Duck.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
There we go. The voice will be like a growl, graded and animal-like. Okay. Now full, which as a good player you will take full. Sophisticated vocal cords equal to that of most humans. Character can learn singing, imitating voices, and ventriloquism. All right.
Yeah, but who would want to?
So far we've gone through 2, and if you're playing in my game, you've already spent 20 points. 10 for the hands, and 10 for the speech. Upright, bipedal stance. Characters cannot stand upright without support. That's if you have none. You know, it's just like right now, try getting your dog to stand on its hind legs. It can do it for a couple of seconds when you got that treat up there, but it's not going to walk around the house like that. Partial, much like a bear. The character can stand and fight. While in an upright position, speed is only 1/3 of normal. Running, leaping, jumping, kicking, and quick turns are not possible while standing on 2 legs. Remember, you have partial legs. I want you to right now watch a bear try to kick you while standing on its rear legs. See what happens. The character will
be really funny when it falls.
Yeah. And that'll give me another 2 seconds to try to run away, because when it gets me, it's going to be angry. The character will still drop to all 4s for running. That's for 5 bio points. All right, full. This is full human bipedal stance. The character has the same unlimited movement as normal athletic human. Again, this is another 10 points I make you spend in my game.
God, you've already put me in the whole 30 points? You suck.
You know, even though this picture looks interesting, and I do play a Scissorak in Battlers of the 23rd Century, I've had characters at my table literally get angry at me, and I'm sorry for saying literally like that, but it's just obnoxious to me. Get angry at me over the choices that he made for his character, and I wouldn't cater to him. So no, you will take these things, because I'm not going to deal with it. But here's the one that I don't let you take. You must have none in this one in my game. All right. Human looks. Animal characters who are very small, undergrowth step 5, or very large, overgrowth step 12, will be noticeably tiny or large regardless of how human-like they might look. On the other hand, a very large or small animal with human looks is likely to be considered unusual but not monstrous. None. This is no human looks. The character still looks pretty much like an animal. You ever see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You see Shredder? You see the turtles?
Well, Splinter.
There you go. Splinter. I'm sorry, you're right. Splinter. That's none. Usagi Yojimbo? That looks none. You don't know what I'm talking about? Here. That looks none. You look like the animal. Where's that other picture? That looks none. You look like the animal. All of these are looks none. We good? Okay. Partial. These characters look vaguely human and can pass for humans in a bad light. A really bad light. Extreme features like heavy fur, long snouts, and pointed ears are all reduced but definitely noticeable. At night, the character can pass for human if disguised in clothes that cover up the animal features. This is Mr. Spock or your tieflings or whatever nonsense you want to play in another game. Anyone getting a good look will take the character for an intelligent half man, half animal, because that's what you are.
Sure.
Full. And I always wondered why people ever wanted to take full. It makes no sense to me. If you're playing a game of mutant characters, I could see it in Heroes Unlimited to pass more as human. But if you're playing After the Bomb, if you're playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and somebody say, but that helps me infiltrate into the Empire of Humanity. Stop it. This fully transforms the character into something that can easily pass for human, but not a completely normal human. Hair will usually appear in the normal human places, but long-haired or shaggy animals like dogs are likely to be very hairy as humans. The body will take on a completely human structure, and the features like eyes and teeth will look more or less normal. However, human-like mutant animal characters will never look completely human. They retain some of their original animal traits. For example, the eyes of a feline are likely to be almond-shaped, and maybe green or some other unusual color for humans. The ears may be a bit oversized, a little pointed, extremely round, or unusually small. Likewise, the face of a mutant who was once a horse may be long with large teeth. Insert joke here. While a canine, so heathen dog, or other predatory animal may retain slightly larger canines. He's a vampire. And have hard, sharp facial features. In many cases, oh my God, your mutated pug or bulldog.
Stop it.
These unusual for human features may be attractive and appealing. Oh, pleasure bunnies. Or just a bit odd. Nothing obvious and nothing that should alert you humans that the individual is really a highly evolved mutant animal unless he's looking for them. For example, a badger character would still have a stocky build, badger-like face, with small pointed nose, small but sharp canine teeth, dark eyes, and badger-like streaks in the hair, which you can easily dye out. Depending on the character's physical beauty, people may say, that homely guy looks like a badger, not that badger looks like a human. You get what we're going for here, and you can read the attribute stuff there. I make in my games, you have to have none.
Perfect.
I just saved you.
My dog is perfect. Perfect human.
Oh, the character doesn't just resemble a human. No, the character is obviously human in every way and likely to be. I've never seen this before. This is new to this game.
A good-looking one as well. +2 to physical beauty. Nice.
This is brand new to this game. This is not in the original version. Okay, so what does this say? Like you said, note the character's hands and feet will also appear as human normal with 5 digits each. So if you're an animal with 3 fingers or 6 fingers or whatever, now you'll have 5. With perfect human looks, no one should ever suspect the character of passing for human, and detection require testing the character's blood, genes, or tissue. I guess they put this in here because it does seem like this right here, this normal, is a touch easier to identify than in the past. Mm-hmm. And this is your infiltration character. This is your pleasure bunny.
Nope.
Nope. Optional appearance packages, whatever.
Scholarly dogs.
There you go. There's Chitara for you.
Chitara, how you doing? It's getting weird in my pants. Get out. Get off my skin.
Optional skin. You can, if you want to. This is optional. You can have
fur patterns. Okay, fine, whatever.
Dorsal, whatever. Yeah, you can have a crest. You can be a Holstein. Sure. Optional, optional things you can do to change your color. That's nice. All right, special powers and abilities. Well, hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss something. Yeah, okay, psionics. I don't allow psionics in my game, but it's part of the game, so let's talk about it. The psychic abilities of mutant animals are different from traditional psionics available to most humans and other sentient beings. So all that stuff that we talked about in Palladium Fantasy and in Heroes Unlimited, nope. Why animal psionics are different is unknown, but it probably has something to do with the animal's genetic structure and her mutation into humanoid form. The main difference is that they don't have to spend inner strength points to use powers.
They already paid for it permanently with the bio-E points.
Exactly. Each power can be used as often as the character likes, although no more than attacks per round. Got it. No animal psychic can use more than 1 power at a time. And each use of the power counts as 1 melee attack. Okay, you just said that. special powers and abilities. This is somewhat new. Some of these, I should say, are new to the game. And we'll explain that later. Every animal character has some kind of special natural defense or ability that can be useful. Amazing speed, climbing, digging, great strength. I don't like the way this is worded. Every animal character has some kind of special natural defense or ability available to him that can be useful. It's not automatic. You have to pay for them. You spend your biopoints for it, and you cannot buy abilities from different animals. It will in segment 2.
Chimera.
Well, no, you
Then
still
you
have
can
to
buy from both.
no, you still have to buy from whatever your chimera says.
Okay.
It's not like
which
just
which will likely be a mixture of both things.
Yeah. Certain human abilities, intelligence, color vision, binocular vision, speech comprehension, human touch, blah 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 blah, are automatically given to an animal character, unless you take one of the new drawbacks in the game.
Okay.
Is because that the natural animals' innate abilities must be bought with biopoints. So I did not like the way this came off at first. Like, oh, I get all the abilities as well if you pay for them. And I will tell you this, barring very rare exception, you are not going to have enough points to buy all the things you want. Or you can have. Whew. Are you ready to get back to something you understand better?
Yep.
Or care about more? Hit points, STC, and armor rating. Hit points. Guess what the hit points are? You know what they are?
Oh, P.
Physical endurance.
It doesn't add a D6. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Whew. All right.
But it does add your size level.
Okay.
We'll get to experience down here.
All right.
So it's, remember when we looked at that size chart? If you get bigger, you get more physical endurance.
Sure.
Thicker hide, whatever. Also, yes, 1d6 per level. And that's it. Yep. Now, some animals will get bonus to PE. I don't think any get bonus to hit points, but some will get bonus to PE.
Okay.
Structural damage capacity. This is normal. This is going to be based on your animal size chart. Here, let's go back up to this for a second. This chart is all types of important.
Level 6 was 30, I believe. Yeah, base 30.
SDC is base 30. And if I remember correctly, it goes up by 5 every 10. Yeah, or every 2, sorry. I call it 10 points, but every 2. Well, with a few exceptions down here. Then it starts to jump. So it gets a little weird down here. But in this area where most people are going to be, yeah. You're going to have between 25
to 40.
Yeah. Okay. So structural damage capacity. There are 2 types of SDC. The one applies to living creatures. The other one applies to character as a barrier against hit points. Here we go. Again, looks none. Empire of Humanity. Looks none. Empire of Humanity. This one looks like it might have hands partial. This looks like hands none. I don't know. Base SDC is based on the size level, sorry. Building SDC. Additional physical SDC is gained from physical skills. The animal's background may also provide SDC. This is not Heroes Unlimited, folks. You're not coming out with 400 SDC. Any mutant animals with natural armor, usually bought with bio, have additional SDC. That is true if you play a turtle. I think it's...
Or an armadillo or whatever.
Yep. You'll get extra SDC as well. Taking damage when a character is hurt, the damage is first subtracted from his or her SDC points. SDC damage is painful, but not deadly. What comes after when you lose all your SDC? It goes
hit point damage
directly to your hit points. What about SDC?
Think of it this way. You're a boxer conditions his body to resist damage. The way he does that is he increases his SDC. You can't increase your hit points unless your physical endurance goes up or you gain
a level.
Yeah, or you gain a level and then you get some. But you can increase your SDC through a whole bunch of different skills, and boxers do that. The reason being is because they can take a lot more punishment before the damage they're taking actually becomes life-threatening or end of the match threatening. Consider it bruises, cuts, abrasions, stuff like that. Nothing gonna be bad. But after you burn through your SDC and you start getting hit point damage, then you get deep lacerations that will continue to bleed. You have broken bones, organ damage.
You can suffer permanent results from that.
You are in some trouble now.
Yep.
You are in some real trouble. Time to run away.